Please, sir.
Thank you.
Friends, अपनी अपनी जगह ले लीजिए. Both ministers have already come on the dais. UK ambassador. जो वहां पे खड़े हैं मीडिया वाले, प्लीज अपनी जगह ले लीजिए. प्लीज प्लीज आप यहाँ बैठिए. I will just introduce people on the dais and then immediately hand over to our minister. Sir. As you all know, Prakash Javadekar Sahab, our minister and Minister of Environment, Forest and Climate Change. Norwegian Minister of Climate and Environment, Sveinung Rotevan. We also have our Secretary, Environment, Forest and Climate Change, and other UK Ambassador and other guests on the dais. Now I will, just now after this bilateral meeting, Minister is coming here. I will hand over this microphone to Honorable Minister, and he may speak about the joint policy statement which is being issued very shortly.
Please, please.
Sir.
प्रेस के सभी प्रतिनिधि, मुझे बहुत खुशी है कि आने वाला पूरा सप्ताह दुनिया की जो प्रवासी प्रजातियां हैं, पक्षी भी है, प्राणी भी है और जलचर भी है, इन सब का एक कैसे संवर्धन करें और संरक्षण करें, उनको नष्ट होने से कैसे बचाए, इसके बारे में एक अंतर्राष्ट्रीय परिषद यहाँ हो रही है. इसका कन्वेंशन को कहते हैं कन्वेंशन ऑन माइग्रेटरी स्पेसीज, और ये 13वां है. आपको याद होगा 6 महीने पहले भारत ने ऐसा ही एक होस्ट किया था, दैट वाज जमीन बंजर होने से कैसे बचे, और उसमें प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी ने भारत का टारगेट 2,60,00,000 हेक्टर इतना बंजर से फिर उपजाऊ बनाने का टारगेट लिया था. तो बैक टू बैक 6 महीने में 2 ऐसे अंतर्राष्ट्रीय सम्मेलन हुए हैं जिसकी मेजबानी भारत ने की है, क्योंकि प्रधानमंत्री मोदी जी इसमें विश्वास रखते हैं और प्रकृति और मनुष्य देश एक साथ विकास करेंगे तभी एक समन्वयी विकास होता है, ऐसा उनका मानना है. और इसलिए आज मुझे बहुत खुशी हुई. आज हमारी पहली मीटिंग नॉर्वे के मंत्री स्वीनिंग रोटेवान, उनके साथ अभी मेरी हुई, और उसमें एक जॉइंट स्टेटमेंट तैयार किया है, वो भी आपको मिलेगा. आपको पता है कि प्लास्टिक के खिलाफ एक अभियान प्रधानमंत्री जी ने शुरू किया है, से नो टू सिंगल यूज प्लास्टिक, क्योंकि कम से कम प्लास्टिक समुद्र में जाए. We produce nearly 20,000 tons of plastic waste every day we generate, out of which 15,000 gets collected, but 5,000-7,000 doesn't get collected. That's a huge burden. And therefore, हाउ टू मैनेज अवर प्लास्टिक वेस्ट, इसके बारे में हमें प्लास्टिक वेस्ट मैनेजमेंट रूल्स भी किए हैं. अब डायरेक्शंस आल्सो हैव बीन इशूड to say no to single-use plastic. 22 states have already put in their own regulations, and therefore we are going ahead. Our consumption of plastic till today is low, 11 kilo per year, per annum, and per person. In America and Europe, you get 100 kilos of annual consumption. But we are starting the movement to manage plastic well so that nothing goes in marine. It doesn't get marine pollution. इसके सिवा बहुत सारे विषयों की हमने चर्चा की. जलवायु परिवर्तन को कैसे समेटा जाए, जो सभी कॉप में चर्चाएं होती है वो भी हमने देखी है, और इसलिए इसका जॉइंट स्टेटमेंट हम देंगे. हमारा एक जॉइंट वर्किंग ग्रुप है, वो बहुत ही अच्छी तरह से काम कर रहा है. अगले साल फरवरी में उसकी नॉर्वे में मीटिंग होगी, एंड आई एम वेरी श्योर दैट विथ इंडिया नॉर्वे कोऑपरेशन वी कैन डेफिनेटली मूव अहेड. As you know, India cooperates with many countries on different initiatives. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has already formed 2 alliances, a solar alliance and also CDRI, Disaster Resilient Initiative. And in the UN system of climate change, they have put faith in India and Sweden's joint leadership. It's an industry transition track, because industries ultimately will have to emit less. उनसे प्रदूषण भी कम हो और कार्बन एमिशन भी कम हो. इसके लिए ये एक इनिशिएटिव है यूएन क्लाइमेट एक्शन का, तो ये भी हम सहयोग करते रहेंगे. आज नॉर्वे के मंत्री आए, केवल 2 बातों का उल्लेख करूंगा. एक 2020 एक सुपर ईयर फॉर एनवायरमेंट, दैट्स अ न्यू थिंग दिस कॉप विल प्रेजेंट टू द वर्ल्ड. और उस सुपर ईयर में एक दशक का पूरा एजेंडा सेट होगा. और आज जो हमारा सहयोग है और अच्छा करने का हमने तय किया है, उसके साथ साथ चाइना में, क्योंकि यह अल्टीमेटली बायोडाइवर्सिटी है और भारत एक बायोडाइवर्सिटी के लिए बहुत ही समृद्ध देश है, उसके बारे में भी हमारा अच्छा काम चल रहा है. तो बायोडाइवर्सिटी भी रहे, वाइल्ड लाइफ भी रहे, फॉरेस्ट भी बढ़े, एक समतोल विकास हो, लेकिन विकास भी हो. ये सब चैलेंजेस से जाने का निर्णय भारत ने किया है, और हम अपेक्षा करते हैं नॉर्वे जैसे देशों से कि वो टेक्नोलॉजी में, आधुनिक तंत्रज्ञान के विकास में जॉइंट रिसर्च हो, जॉइंट एफर्ट्स हो, और एक तरह से ओपन सोर्स में नई टेक्नोलॉजी विकसित हो, ताकि जलवायु परिवर्तन के आने वाले संकट का सामना करने के लिए एक हमें अच्छी टेक्नोलॉजी एट अफोर्डेबल कॉस्ट मिले. यह हमारा मानना है. तो इसीलिए now I'll hand over to Sweening Rotewan. Yeah. I gave it in Hindi for the convenience of the press. Now you are welcome in English, and then we'll take questions in whatever language they ask.
Thank you, Honorable Minister, and thank you very much for our productive meeting today. I'd like to start off by saying that India and Norway, we have a long-standing and good collaboration on issues of the environment. Back in 2006, the Norwegian-Indian Cooperation Commission was established, and since then our two countries have shared many experiences on environmental management. And we particularly value our cooperation on marine plastic litter, on ocean management, on biodiversity, and HFCs. Our countries have also had very interesting exchanges on climate inventories over the years. Norway sees India as an important international player on climate and on the environment. India is showing the world that economic growth and bold action on climate can go hand in hand. We have been impressed with India's efforts to beat plastic pollution, including Prime Minister Modi's inspiring Clean India mission. And we are also impressed by the progress that is provided when it comes to providing clean and renewable energy. So today we had a productive meeting. I am happy that we were able to agree on a ambitious joint statement that touches upon a number of important topics. Of course, we discussed many issues related to the reason why we're here, this conference of the parties, which India is hosting, and we touched upon many issues on biodiversity, for example. We also explored and discussed the opportunities that comes with forest preservation. We know that India has made an impressive effort to make sure that you preserve your very important carbon sinks and to stop deforestation. This is something that is high on the Norwegian agenda as well. It is an important part of raising climate finance. And we have discussed this issue also today to explore opportunities for further cooperation. We also discussed in detail the issues of marine littering, where India has been a leader, both when it comes to banning single-use plastics and pioneering that effort, which is now being copied many places around the world. Also, of course, cleanup actions, but most importantly, the fight to establish good waste management facilities from big cities to small cities, which is vital to stop plastics and other waste from entering our oceans. Now, Norway has for many years seen that there is a need for a further international effort when it comes to stop marine littering. And today, as you will see from our joint statement, we have also agreed with India to explore the feasibility of a possible global agreement addressing these issues, which will be very important. We also touched upon the issue of climate change, which is central to both our agendas. We discussed the process going up to the meeting in Glasgow this fall, which will be important for the entire world to see enhanced ambitions. We discussed the issues of renewable energy, and of course the issue of HFCs, which is a very potent climate gas, and where we have a cooperation between our two countries already. So, Minister, I would like to thank you again for a very productive meeting, and of course again for hosting this very important conference. And we look forward to the rest of the day and the meetings ahead. Thank you very much.
Any questions on this issue and not on politics today?
So what exactly did both the countries agree upon?
We agreed upon, हमने तीन बातों में we agreed upon to work jointly on the issues which are discussed at various international forums, to develop relevant technologies and create pressure for quick action from all countries. We also agreed upon strengthening our bond so that we can have joint efforts right from in waste management to ensuring that marine litter goes down rapidly, and at the same time the cooling action plan which India has speeds up. So, and on climate change, we have also stressed that the finances which were promised to the developing world has not come in last 10 years. It's now $1 trillion, $100 billion per year. So it's $1 trillion. So we need to follow up with all countries, create a buzz around it, and therefore we have decided to be good partners in progress. Yes.
Yeah, just taking it the same issue about the discussions that happened in today's bilateral, could you touch upon what kind of collaboration is going to happen with regards to studies on the kind of plastic pollution found in marine mammals? Because that's a big issue on the west coast of the country. Not just west coast, I mean generally on the coasts of of India. How several marine mammals are found with plastics ingested in their bodies, and is there any specific scientific study that Norway is going to help India with?
Yeah, so this isn't a problem that is causing concern just on the west coast of India. It has also caused concern on the west coast of Norway, where I'm from. Because one of the happenings that really raised awareness when it comes to the issue of plastic pollution was when a big whale was beached in Norway, and they opened it up and it was full of plastic, where it should have been full of other things. So I think this has been raising awareness, but it's just a symptom of the bigger problem, which you can see on our beaches, and we can see in other mammals and fish around the world. So I think there are two things that are of importance. One is waste management systems, which I know is very high on the agenda of His Excellency the Minister, and also on ours. And also, as I mentioned in my opening statement, it is important that we move forward to explore our options internationally to see whether there is room and need for multilateral agreements to make sure that we tackle the issue of marine waste straight up. So that is some of the things that we discussed. So I know there is lots of action going on in India, and I know that they are making huge progress. And of course, we are always happy to share experiences when it comes to, for example, waste management and other things. But
aid to aid India, technological, through technology, is Norway going to help India in any way?
yeah, yes, we stand ready to cooperate when it comes to both sharing experiences and technology on these issues.
But how?
How to cooperate?
Yes. In what way are you going to help India? Any technological projects or in any way?
I will answer. I'll answer. And then he will answer. The issue is, we have 3 initiatives. Ocean dialogue with Norway. Then basic joint working group on all these aspects. And we have also other mechanisms created on all these 3 important topics. And there, after next joint working group meeting, there will be newer boundaries to be tapped into joint research and other programs where Norway can play a good, in renewable energy also. They have a different experience. We have a bright sunshine. They have not bright sunshine, but still they are producing solar energy. So it's an entirely different technology. So these kind of exchanges happen. You are right.
Yes, and just to build on my earlier answer, we are already, sir, involved in quite a few projects when it comes to waste to energy, for example, and Norwegian companies are involved. And I will in fact be seeing some of these sites while I'm here. So if you want, you're welcome to join me to look into the projects that we are already involved in.
Yes.
You did mention about the feasibility of global agreement on these issues. So can you brief a bit more about, what are the areas or like you did mention about the multilateral arrangements. So what are the areas specific you're looking at? Is it vis-a-vis the marine littering or exactly what are the other areas where, the global agreements are supposed to happen?
Okay, so the one that I mentioned is a point of the joint decision where we agreed to explore the feasibility of a potential international agreement. This is something that has been on the Norwegian agenda for a couple of years now. And the reason we see a need for this is that I think there is a need to cooperate more strongly, both when it comes to sharing experiences, to share research. Now this all has to do with marine littering, to establish waste management plans in all countries that will make sure that our oceans are plastic free. So there are a number of issues that such a possible agreement could look into. But at this point, we have agreed to explore the feasibility of one. But this is something that we have been working on for some years in Norway. And I think that, for example, the next UN Environmental Assembly, which takes place in February next year, hopefully we will see some progress on this issue.
Friends, now only last question. German delegation is waiting. So we will take
Sir,
one last question. From
I'm
the first
Aditi from PTI. So my question is to you. Talking about marine life and marine litter, whale sharks, the biggest fish in the world, they are facing threat due to global warming. With the oceans getting warmer, their food is being compromised. There are reports that there has been a huge decline in their number too, and they are found that 75% of the population is in Indo-Pacific region. So India plays a very important role here. So sir, anything on that being discussed or any, what is India's approach to that?
We have succeeded to a great extent in preservation and conservation of aquatics. You must be knowing that Murari Bapu, with public participation, has effectively stopped whale shark killings or capturing. Then we have successfully developed 3 or 4 sites in Odisha where millions of turtles come, and we have the regulations for ports also that turtles are not killed through the marine movement. So that also we have done. Third, we have many experiences as Amur falcon, a bird which comes from Amur in China, roosts in Nagaland, and then goes to South Africa and Somalia, and comes back via Himalaya to again Amur. It's an amazing story. And all these were endangered because people used to eat that. But now they have stopped it. And we have also signed a India-Norway Marine Pollution Initiative. This is very important. मेरी एक गलती हमारी हुई कि ये 15 सूत्री है. Today joint statement has 15 points. We should have given you earlier. So next time, there is always next time. Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
Yes.
Very soon. It is being prepared.
अभी within 5 minutes you will get. देखो लेकिन मुझे दिख नहीं रहा है कोई. अरे 5-7 लेके कैसे घूमेगा? 50 चाहिए.